What's up, you guys? It's your girl Euphoria tapping in. Y'all know we typically go live same time every day. I'm a little delayed today because it is a full moon today, and I'm not gonna hold you. When it's a full moon, I usually either take a nap longer on purpose to get more dream downloads, or because of the fact that I am one of those energy sources that people just love to, be a part of. I have to. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I too get drained. Neither here nor there. Let's get into the reading. I want to ask the angels and ancestors, divine beings of the highest white light, come. Um, my ancient Egyptian ancestors, my ancient ancestors from all timelines. Um, ooh, child, that hurt. Felt that. Thank you, ancestors, for that. I also want to ask that all ancestors from all dimensions come through at this time and protect me. That want what's good for me. All answers that want what's good for me. Want my highest good. Let me clarify that, because not all your ancestors wanted your highest good. Not all of them want the generational curses to be broken. All ancestors at this time. Mm. It's a full moon, y'all. The water is really watering. So pay attention to a lot of water signs at this time, because during a full moon, the waters, the waves of the ocean and everything gets activated because of the moon and its gravitational pull. Its feminine energy is just, it has the ability to move and sway bodies of water. Hello? I'm next to a body of water. I also can water bend, despite what you may or may not believe about people and their powers. So with that being said, just be mindful, okay? Also, watch out for them water signs. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And I just realized, now that I just thought about it, that's the main people every single moon cycle that come with that bullshit. Okay, thank you, ancestors, for helping me clear that energy up out of there. If you guys are interested, please be sure to order some Parasite Detox capsules. I'll be getting packaging for them done soon, so be on the lookout for those. Also, if you're interested, feel free. Nope, that's not the right one. Also, if you're interested, please feel free to order some Irish sea moss. As you can see, all of the fun facts about it all right here. Okay. Uh, Caution, not do not take more than a certain amount of magnesium a day. Um, you see, I got the label on there, guys. Tap in. Irish moss. This is Chondrus crispus. This is the kind of sea moss that Dr. Sabi does recommend. I do also make a sea moss gel. I make it with dates and fruit. So if you guys want something like strawberry banana or mango, those are my two favorite flavors. They're seasonal. Also, I have a jackfruit flavor that I usually make during summer that has a little bit of cinnamon in it. But again, up to you guys. Those are the three flavors. So there is that. And last but not least, we also have my, just getting you guys affiliated or really affirmed with what I have to offer. My Dragon's Blood and Sage Palo Santo bundles. These two are Dragon's Blood, of course. Sage, of course, is white. That's white sage. Ooh, it smells so good. Thank you, Lord. I keep on picking up Dragon's Blood. Where's the sage ones? Oh, here goes one. Okay. You can also order these all on the TikTok shop, so don't be afraid to tap in with your girl. I need to actually light some right now. I think that's why I kept on pulling up some Dragon's Blood. And see, I use it myself. I just took my capsules this morning. I took 4 capsules this morning. On the directions, it'll tell you to take 2 a day. I'm doing a deep cleanse, meaning I'm only drinking coconut and eating sunflower seeds and eating fruit. I did have Subway a veggie wrap yesterday, which had a veggie patty, spinach, cucumbers, tomatoes, banana peppers, green peppers, red onions, and sweet teriyaki onion sauce on whole wheat bread. But I did also, after that, have Qdoba, which my nose is getting dry. I'm sorry, y'all. When I talk about the wrong people, sometimes their energy be a little dry. Qdoba, I had a taco shell bowl, so I like to have the taco shell in the bowl. I had brown rice, black beans, fajita, 2 scoops of corn, tomatoes, pickled red onions, guacamole, and lettuce. And that's it. That's all I ate yesterday. But I usually only eat 1 meal a day. But yesterday, because it was a full moon and I was getting tired and drained, which I know it makes no sense because your body takes more energy to digest. But something in my body, because I went to the gym also in the rising time, I felt like I felt like I needed. There we go. That feels so much better. I felt like I needed a little extra protein and things because I usually don't eat but once a day. But I went to the gym and I worked out and like my legs are killing me. Which I'm actually finding out is more spiritual than physical, which isn't scary, but it's just like wow. Yeah. During a full moon, that's when all the magic pops out. So be wary if you are not about that life. Stay away from that life, okay? I'm just telling y'all because I love y'all. If you don't know nothing about magic, because I didn't know nothing about magic. I've never known anything about magic. I didn't even know magic really existed up until probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And if you don't know nothing about magic and your ancestors ain't walk you through the gateways, stay away from the magic. I just had to learn it because I had to learn it. I was thrown in. I realized I've been pretty much a sex worker my whole entire life. Like I had dreams about it. People were like, what are you talking about? I had dreams that since I was a child, I pretty much was sold into sex slavery. Um, as a kid, spiritually, not physically, spiritually. Let me help you understand this. My father was a pimp. And my mom, she was in college at the time. She went off to college and she left me with my grandmother. My grandmother had to work. She left me with my father. My father had to go be a pimp. He left me with his prostitutes. Prostitutes have very sexual energy. They connect to children. They connect. I mean, women, when we nurture children, we pretty much hold the children in our sacral chakra. Like when we get attached to a kid, the attachment is made at the sacral chakra a lot of the times. Because when you breastfeed, the sacral chakra gets activated and you start to feel that pulsating feeling, right? I was never breastfed through my mother, so me and her never had that connection because she had to go straight to school, straight to college. Um, however, um, my grandmother still tried to do what she could do because she did raise 2 kids. And again, I had the prostitutes bottle feeding me. So I've been working my whole entire life. So my energy sometimes people gives off like seductress, da 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 da, because my whole entire life I've been attached to that kind of energy. Being that my father was a pimp, being that my mother, met my father when he was a pimp and she got lots of money from him, the energy that was just going on around me, it was what it was. Now, moving past that, I remember at the age of like 7, I had a dream. I never understood the dream until now looking back on it. I was like sitting at a table and it's like these grown men kept on wanting to talk to me. And it was this grown man, it was this grown man that used to hold my hand and he would like introduce me to people and I would start feeling that feeling. Like when I was sleeping in my dreams, I would always feel like I was having sexual energy transpiring in my dreams. I wake up from what most would call a wet dream. As a girl, and I never understood why. Spiritually, it's what was going on behind the scenes. But back then, I didn't know that I was spiritually gifted to see what was going on in my spirit. I just thought that I was having dreams back then. I didn't know no better. So when I, as an adult, started to do inner child shadow work, and I realized that I was getting taken around to different tables, and I was crying in the dream. And somebody had read my energy about it once, but I was offended, so I ran away from it, and I never looked back at that other woman. Like, oh yeah, we're having dreams about being a kid and crying because being sold into sex slavery, and I'm sitting here like, bitch, no, I wasn't. My mom would never do that to me, but then I realized my mom would take me to work with her a lot of the times. I'd be at my mom's job a lot, and I would always get to this point in the day where it's like I would always fall asleep, and it's like I would fall asleep by like shoveling my face into to blankets. Right? When I was a kid, I would go to work with my mother, and the only way I could go to sleep was I would just push my face into the blanket, and it would slow down my breathing. I guess I might have had anxiety attacks from all of this sexual energy that was going on around me as a kid. because it's things that I used to do as a kid that now that I do as an adult, and I realize now why I did them as a kid. Like when I have a heavy amount of spiritual attacks on me, I've noticed that if I'm like brushing my teeth and I gag, the attack will go away. When I was a kid in first grade, I used to continuously always stick my finger down my throat. Not because I was a bulimic person, because I never did it while I ate food. I just always would, and I never understood why. And it would make like that feeling of like relief come to my body. But I never understood what I was doing, why I was doing it when I was a kid. But now I look back at it now, after when I'm brushing my tongue and I'm getting that gag reflex feeling, how it relieves me from the spiritual attacks, from me being this person, this oracle, this being, this person of light. I mean, people think that, oh, I'm a light worker, I'm spiritual, I get crystals, like it's cute. This shit is not cute, because when you realize what this really means to be spiritual and you start seeing things that you can't unsee, you realize how many people want access to your energy, how many people who are attaching to you. Then when you finally have kids, how vulnerable they are and how you got to do extra hard, or rather next level spiritual work to protect your kids, especially during this time. It's a full moon. It's a full moon, guys. You got to be careful, be safe. Like I have bags because it's a full moon, because the energy, you get drained. And being the kind of person that I am, the kind of energy that I have during the full moon, it doesn't matter where I go. It's like it's always going to be somebody trying to sit next to me in a car, stand next to me in a store, get close to me, and then like, you start seeing the dudes. They'll make like humping motions in the store to try to activate certain parts of my body. Like it's really disgusting out here when you really open up your third eye. Don't get me wrong, life and spirituality is a sexual act, but you're supposed to wait until a certain age to step into that threshold when you're ready. I had my cycle at 12. Okay. And I can even hear echo in my ear. So I know someone's listening. Like I can tell somebody's energy, like it's giving AI. It's giving monitoring my every action. It's giving monitoring my every move. And I don't know if they put this implant in my ear when I was a kid or what, but I didn't start hearing this shit until after my surgery. I would always hear little ringings in my ears when I was young, but I never understood why. I could always tell when a person's about to come in the room as a kid, like I'm doing something like taking lotion and wiping it all over the couch. I could hear "Yee" before the person would walk in the room, and I'd stop. What are you doing? Nothing. I never understood why. As an adult, I started doing hair at my own house, and I started "Yee," and people would be about to walk in. Hey, I'm downstairs. I'm like, oh yeah, I already knew you was downstairs. Come on up. Or I text them like, okay, if you're downstairs, come on up. How you know I was downstairs? I can hear you. So I don't know if this is an implant that's cochlear, or some kind of cochlear implant that they put in my ear when I was a youngin, or like if it's just a natural spiritual thing or what. They say it's tinnitus. No, these are things that have happened to me that I've been experiencing since I was young. I'm just now making it all come together because I was meditating. Like I've been kicked out of my mom's house for about a month now because she fought me. She put her hands on me first, right? And I defended myself. This is all after her being my guardian and verbally abusing me every day, laughing at me, spiritually attacking me, putting weight on my shoulders because I didn't understand my Kabbalion system. Like I was spiritual, but I didn't understand the occult knowledge. See, when you understand occult knowledge and sacred geometry, it puts you on a different level of spiritual fortitude. I never had the understandings of any of these things when I was younger, or on my spiritual journey when I was in my apartment for those 5 years or 4 years I was in my apartment alone. I never got the chance to understand the occult knowledge. I was getting glimmers of it, little pieces of it, but I never understood it fully until I moved to my mother's house this past 7 months, where I really had to tap into it in order to save my ass, because I'm not even supposed to be here on this live talking to y'all right now. The amount of heart attack spells sent my way, them running through my 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, and then doing it from below 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. People don't even know what the fuck 8, 9, 10 means. When you be hearing certain people say certain numbers, you don't even be knowing what the fuck they talking about. 8 is your heart, 9 is over your shoulder, and then 10 is over your other shoulder. Then there's still 6 more dots above that that most people don't know about, your higher Kabbalion system that most people don't even know about. So even after you master this part, the 1, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once you master this, it's still a whole nother level of occult knowledge that most people don't even get access to. I had to learn all this stuff as time went on in this 7-month period. But back to me working my whole life. And I just had a tarot reader read me, and it's like, because I had a dream. Because it's the full moon and all the dreams come down. I'm dreaming that I'm living at, because my grandmother's apartment where I've lived at my whole life is right behind me. Like literally I can see the apartment building from right here. Right? And I had a dream 2 nights ago that because I keep waking up at every hour on the hour. I don't know what it is. My body just keeps waking up every hour on the hour, every hour on the hour, every hour, every hour. And 333, I woke up from a dream where we were in a plane together, me and my family. And I had to use the bathroom on the plane, but then I really had to wake up and really use the bathroom. And it made me think, because I'm like, hold on. This reminds me of a time when I was a kid and my uncle was in the house with me at my grandmother's house. And I ended up sleepwalking to the toilet and peeing, but not opening the toilet and then leaving my shorts on and then going back to sleep. I couldn't understand what that was when I had it happen. And I woke up, they're like, why you pee in the bed? You peed all over the toilet last night. I'm like, I really did that. I thought I was dreaming. They're like, no, you really did that. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Maybe they were testing to see if they really knew how to do mind control. I don't know, because fast forward, my grandmother and my uncle both are what? Libras. The night before, I was listening to a song or an album made by or constructed by, composed by a Libra. I'm like, oh, this Libra justice, scales, thought, energy. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, this is really getting crazy. But I still looked at the dream, because then after that, I went to sleep. Right? Again, and I woke up from another dream where I was in the neighborhood, but I was outside the house, and this African woman went inside the house, and she said, I just need a few things from you. And then she went inside the house and she never came back. I'm in the car, my car starts rocking back and forth, up and down, and I start feeling like, a sexual urge feeling in between my legs. And I'm like, me in the dream, I don't know, it's been a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't had sex in over 7 months, since July. So, I'm not gonna be. Sensual healing is a thing, and the nature of wanting to be sensual is normal. However, I don't even masturbate. Not just because I'm in the car, because even when I was in the house, I didn't even masturbate, right? So I'm in the dream and I'm feeling this feeling. I'm in the dream feeling this feeling, and I ended up like waking up to like one of the most outrageous orgasms that I ever felt in my life. I'm like, what in the fuck, child? But it wouldn't stop. And I just kept feeling like I was getting more and more drained. And again, hence these bags. This is my mother's energy. Let me get her out of my energy. Hold on, y'all. As you can see, the bags are starting to subside. Can't make this shit up. I've now accessed that level of the brain where you get to that Lucy level where everything around you affects your appearance. That's why it's so important to be around healthy people, because healthy people bring out the glow in you. People who really value their time and they're healthy and they're good for you, they make your skin glow. When you start seeing people who like look real tired and drained in their life and they start looking real stressed, it's because they're around draining people who only are energy vampires. And I didn't even believe energy vampires were a thing. Till I started to realize, like, contrary to popular belief, we live in a realm where we physically see each other, but what goes on with our spirits is way more important than what goes on in this realm. Way more important. Because, see, I even moved to my grandfather's house when I was 10. And I never understood. I mean, I wanted to make things easier for my mom. I could tell she was tired, she was stressed, because I didn't realize back then, but I was so tapped into her her mentals, that I understood what was going on with her telepathically. I didn't know that that was my gift back then, but I realize now why I said the things that I said and why I did the things that I did as a kid. Because I already knew what my mother was going through. So I said, why don't I just move with granddad to make things easier for you? Because you need money for the kids. I'll just make it easier for you and I'll just go and let him take care of me. Like, I'm saying this at 10 years old. Like, you don't need to be paying for us to go to Catholic school, Mom. I'm going to just go to my granddad's house and go to public school so that you can save money. I'm saying this to my mom at 10. I'm that mature. Like, my whole life, I've never had the chance to be a child. People always look at me like, oh, you're so mature. You always want to hang out with the older kids. You're fast. It's like, no, I didn't have a choice. I grew up because I was my mom's emotional support puppy my whole life as the first of the born of the 5. And knowing that by the time I was 2, I already had 2 siblings. They were born the same year. So I really didn't have the chance to ever get to bond with my mom, A, because she didn't breastfeed me. She went straight off to college. And then by the time I was 2, she already had 2 other kids. So I was always an energy support system for them, right? So I'm like, being that I'm aware spiritually and emotionally, I'm on a level of my grandmother and my mother because I'm sitting here spiritually and emotionally, maturely helping nurture all these children. I say, let me go to my grandfather's house and make life easier on you. I now look back at pictures of me when I was at his house, because now I understand how whatever your face looked like on the right side is your masculine energy. So this energy right here, this is my brother's energy, unfortunately. Every full moon he comes around. Like, this is my mother. She's drained as fuck too, but this is my brother. Right? And I know everyone's energy based on how their face looks. Like, I can tell the differences in the energy. And my whole entire family is connected as one body. So whenever I'm in my family house, this is what my face looks like if I'm not careful. Okay? If I don't have boundaries, if I don't really pay attention, like if I feel like right now I feel heavy penetration in my anus, like it feels like something is stretching